My name's Robert Moy. The shop's called Tuscan Pots. We've been here 5 years. We import Italian plants from near Florence, and we have a pottery in Italy who makes us garden pots. It's great to see something which started from nothing become such a success in many ways, but most of all because I think the people of Oxford really love the shop, and that makes me feel very good when I come here in the mornings.
What's the pot you sell most of, do you think?
I would say probably about 50 centimetre wide cylinder pots with a very wide base, which stop them blowing over in the wind, which is a problem in England.
Who are your customers?
Middle and upper middle class people who want something very, very special in their garden, people without necessarily much spare time, and so want good quality, good value, and somebody that they can talk to in the shop, somebody that gives a good service. Tomato or diced pork sauce over polenta, they're delicious.
Can you say how supply and demand affects your business?
It affects it a lot. 5 years ago, the customers wanted glazed, coloured pottery. Blues, greens, reds, blacks, striped pots. And over the last 3 years, we've noticed a big, big difference. Tuscany, Italy has become very, very fashionable. People are looking for the raw clay now. I think the ancient world has affected that. And so our supply has gone from Asian pottery into Central Italian pottery.
How do you decide the price that you will sell a pot for?
It comes down to two main factors. The factor one is, what does it cost me to get produced in Italy, to get it shipped over here on a lorry from Italy, and the amount of breakages that are actually found on the lorry each time. Also, we have to look at the competition, and we have to work within that. We must make sure we're always very competitive. So I think it's probably the cost of the product and what the local competition is charging.
Would you say that your product is cheaper or more expensive in other countries?
I would say we have probably the cheapest impruneta clay available on the planet today. It's the creme de la creme of Italian clay. In Tuscany, it's incredibly expensive. 1% of the Tuscan market uses impruneta clay. It's special because it's full of stone, and the stone binds the clay together to allow it to breathe, and the ice will escape without damaging the terracotta. So it's a very, very special clay. We have a chain of good contacts, from the digging of the clay out of the river, to the production of it, to the haulage, and to myself. We always try to keep our fixed costs very low, so we can offer a very, very competitive product, very, very cheaply. There's a lot of speculative pricing going on. Unusual plants that customers aren't yet used to seeing, olive trees, large bamboos, palm trees, are plants which have risen dramatically in the last couple of years.
Property prices in Oxford have been going up and up and up, and there doesn't seem to be a ceiling at the moment, which is a bit frightening and tough for people joining on the bottom of the housing ladder.
Interest rates have neither risen nor fallen recently. I think they have stayed more or less the same.
Interest rates at the moment, there's been a slight rise. No doubt that's going to go up more. Let's hope not, because it's a very bad thing for the economy.
Recent trends in salaries, I think, would suggest that they're not going up quite in line with property prices.
There's a big debate currently in the UK around salaries because inflation and interest rates have been stable for a while, and a lot of pressure's been building up to agree large increases in salaries. And if that happens, then it'll stoke inflation, and there's considerable concern at government level about this at the moment.
The war, of course, has affected a lot of things.
Price-wise?
Price-wise, yes. The fuel costs have gone up, the dollar's risen, the euro's risen, and so consequently importing things can be a very big problem at the moment. We can find our profits diminish easily just because of a fluctuation of 10 cents in the euro.